Hello, if you feel your attention is fragmented and your focus has vanished, science has an answer, and it begins on the first page of that book, Gathering Dust. On your shelf, neuroscience has already proven that your brain is not a piece of hardware. It's more like a musulor, rather like a biological modeling clay. Whether you have to leave home today or not, to work, study, or take care of yourself, you can change for the better. Because reading is a CrossFit for neurons, one of the most powerful tools for neuroplasticity. Yes, reading, because it requires the recruitment of several areas of the brain simultaneously. This means that there is no native reading area in your brain. So, how do we manage to read? Through a phenomenon that neuroscientist Marianne Wolf calls neuronal recycling. To read this caption or that book on your shelf, your brain performs a brilliant workaround. It takes areas that were used to identify faces or distinguish predators in the jungle and hijacks them to identify letters and phonemes. It's neuroplasticity in its purest form. The brain reforming itself to learn a new skill. Unlike watching quick videos, reading requires sustained attention. For your brain to understand a story or a technical concept, it needs to maintain linear focus for extended periods. It's as if reading is a handbrake on this digital anxiety. Reading a good book is one of the quickest ways to enter a flow state, where the perception of time changes and cortisol stress hormone levels drop dramatically. Studies show that just 6 minutes of reading can reduce stress by up to 68%. We have a question. Is it worth reading anything? The short and honest answer from a neuroscience enthusiast. Yes, but with fascinating buts. For basic neuroplasticity, the exercise of decoding symbols and transforming letters into mental images, almost any reading works. But if we look at the profound effects on the brain, science separates the food you give to your neurons. Reading an instruction manual, the day's news, or an informative blog post is great for keeping the gears turning. You're processing data. The rice and beans instrumental reading news effect maintains fluency and working memory. But there is a superfood, fiction and literature, the magic of simulation. This is where neuroscience shines. When you read a detailed novel, your brain doesn't know the difference between what you're reading and what you're experiencing. The science. If the character is running, your motor cortex fires. If they're smelling a perfume, the olfactory areas light up. The benefit. This creates new synapses in areas of abstract reasoning. It's the equivalent of increasing the weight at the gym. Where does reading not help as much? The warning: beware of scrolling. Reading, internet comments, short Instagram captions, or quick gossip news doesn't generate the same benefits of deep. Why? Because the brain operates in skimming mode. You don't delve deeper, you don't create rich mental images, and you don't exercise sustained attention. It's like eating a snack. It tricks hunger, but it doesn't nourish. I know life is busy, and your cell phone is tempting. That's why I'm not going to ask you to read a book a week. My challenge for you today is the 5-page challenge. Choose a book, anyone that sparked your curiosity, and read just 5 pages today. Before bed or right after waking up. It's the time it takes for a coffee, but do it with your cell phone in another room. Feel the weight of the paper, the effort your mind makes to create the images. Feel your neuroplasticity happening in real time. If you accept the challenge, write in the comments. Challenge accepted. In a week, come back here and tell me if your focus has already started to change. I guarantee your brain will thank you. Thank you so much for investing this time in your greatest tool, which is your mind. If this content made sense to you, click the like button and share it with that friend who's always complaining that they can't concentrate on anything anymore. Let's spread this brain gym together. I'm Vanessa from the vanessa.aoinves channel, and we'll see each other in the next video or on the next page. Until then,